how it feels. You just fake in the phone.
If you ain't from it, you can love it. Just remember, bring a budget for the people who discover what you covered. We got a lot of problems, and the quickest way above it, not to shove it under bridges, but to fish it out in public. Instead, we try to hide it, commodify it, monopolize it, then we gotta buy it from outsiders we never trusted. From Congos to break beats to symphonies to deep bass. That's from Chuck Brown to heat waves to MPs. Cut down and replay the MCs that give us now a keepsake. To keepsake is a tough sound.
Hi, I'm Girl Game Renee, and here's some community tips on shooting. The first tip, of course, is definitely shooting wide open is the best shot to take. 2 would be if the defender has his hands down, hand down, man down.
And those will be our starters. Some intriguing matchups on the floor tonight. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. And it's Mullen in at the small forward position. And for the Celtics, they've got Jaylen Brown, and it's Kuzi in at the point guard position. Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Here's Kidd. He just couldn't put it together in that loss to Indiana. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Brand. Sinks the tray.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Brown passes to Bird. Here's Parrish. The 3-ball. No shot by Kuzi. No good. Here's Mullen. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Pass to Chamberlain. And just about a minute into this first quarter. And here's Brown. Fires from deep. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
Here's Kidd. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. 4 on the clock.
Man, good whistle there.
Bob Kuzi, first personal foul.
New York shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
At the line for the Knicks, Jason Kidd. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
So he gets them both. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Pierce. That three's off the mark. To the paint. Here's Brand. And it's Bird with a rebound.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Brown looking around. Here's Pierce. No good with the triple.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Pierce. After the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 6 points.
He's really become a better all-around player. Brown's passing continues to evolve. Nice find.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Brown passes to Bird. Here's Parrish. 3-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Kidd. Knocked loose. Brand passes to Chamberlain. Count the basket.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Pass to Bird. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Defensive foul, Elton Brand. That's his first.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First team foul. At the line, Larry Bird. At the line with one shot.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
Yeah, but even though they were off all night, there was still a silver lining for them. They showed their resourcefulness to keep it tight.
Yeah, those are the losses you can't worry too much about. You gave it everything you had. Just time to move on.
Here's Mullen. Shot from the inbound. It's rebounded by Pierce. Up top, Brown. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Portland. The Knicks have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Roy, defended by Brown. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Celtics.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
George, he's checked in for Boston. Well, this last stretch of the season could be the final NBA games for some of the aging stars in the league. Grant, when did you know it was time?
Well, you know, B.A., I made it 19 years in the league, and at 40 years old, I was kind of happy to be done. But I hope that all the guys retiring this year have the same closure I had.
2 on the clock from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Roy. Here's Lewis. Here's Chamberlain. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And let's not ignore his impact at the other end. 4 blocks on the night. That's what you call sending a message defensively.
Roy's shot is good.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbound. Well done.
Bird passes to George. Here's Bird. It's Brown on the wing. Knocks it down from distance.
Lots of development work has gone into Brown's three-pointer.
Pass to Vandeweghe. Wallace, right side. Here's Lewis. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Celtics have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. To the inside. Bird lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Bird's got 11.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Poke loose. Over to the wing. Inside. Powered down after the assist. Led him to the lane.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Parrish. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Roy's shot is good.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Here's Kuzi. He had 16 in the win against Portland.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with the ready shooter.
And so it's the Boston Celtics leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team and more. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
We've got George, and it's Bird in at the power forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Parrish. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Parrish has got his second basket on the night.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Vandeweghe. Still no points. Roy can't get it to go. Brown passes to Bird. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. And the Celtics lead by 10.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And it's New York with a rebound. Last time they met was in New York.
Great offensive game plan in that one. They put their guys in positions to succeed, and it really paid off.
That was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at it. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Lewis sends it home from three-point land. Lewis has got 5 now.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Kicks it to George. Pass to Kuzi. 5 on the clock. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Knicks trail by 11. Now a timeout called by New York. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You'd like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's sometimes where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Not the most effective pick, but he salvages the play with a terrific move.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
That's his first personal foul.
Knicks trail by 12. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Kidd. And it's New York with another.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 12.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Here's Vandeweghe. Goes back up. And he lays it in. Vandeweghe's got his second bucket of the night.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Big hit from outside. Jaylen Brown.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Pass to Vandeweghe. Sinks that one from the post. Vandeweghe's got 6 points.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out. Here's Bird, and it's blocked.
Here's Vandeweghe. He's got 6. Driving inside. Pass to Chamberlain. They double him with Brown. Here's Kidd. No good from outside. Celtics lead by 11. Here's Bird. A 17-point game for him in the win against Portland. Knocked away. Here's Kidd.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. The Celtics have gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. Here's Kuzi. Give him 8 points now. Kidd with the bucket. 6 points for him.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Yeah, they were really able to keep their intensity high throughout the game. We never really saw them back off.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
2 points. That one goes.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
All right, here's what the Knicks have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll head home to take on the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for their matchup with the Magic, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
To the left wing, to the middle. Here's Kidd. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Griffith, that's good. Griffith's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Down low. Here's Eaton. It's hauled in by Brand. The Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Griffith. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And it's in there. Griffith's got 5 points now this quarter. The Celtics have gotten 8 of 13 shots to fall in the second quarter. Here's Kuzi. Give him 8. Here's Pierce. Fires the 3. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter.
I'm here alongside Tibbs and Coach. You hang your hat on defense. How can you improve on that end of the floor in the second half?
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here. Out in front of the half is Boston. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, give us your tip.
They've been knocking it down from 3. You have to give the playmakers credit for consistently finding the open guy. And then, of course, the shooters have delivered. If they keep it up, they're going to be tough to beat.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, it's been a big night for the guys off the bench so far. The scoring has given them a real spark. I think we can expect a few more minutes for the reserves.
And now with the second half about to get...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boston leading by 6. And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. And it's Kidd in at the 1. Pure from 3-point range. Brown's got 9 points.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Here's Kidd. Kuzi with a rebound. Boston has gotten 7 of 12 3-point attempts to fall. Pass to Bird. And he drops it in from the low post. Bird's George got 19 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Roy. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Kidd. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Give him 8 points now.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. And this is his second and third free throws tonight. First free throw is good.
Robert Parrish at the line for 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And New York has possession. They trail by 9. Kidd, the pass to Chamberlain. Here's Mullen. Takes a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Kuzi. Give him 8. Got a piece of it. And that'll be Boston's ball as it goes out of bounds. Celtics able to keep possession here. George, he's checked in for Boston. And a switch here also for New York. Lewis is checked in. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. Drops in the 3. Bird's got 5 points now in the quarter.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Here's Lewis. He's got 5. To the right side. Clock at 6. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Now a chance to break down how the starters and reserves have contributed in the scoring department tonight for the Celtics. Wallace, he's checked in for New York. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. George for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And the Knicks call time here.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Looking at the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that have been consistently dominant on the offensive end of the floor over the last month. The 4th spot held by the Celtics.
Well, their offensive efficiency has been incredible. It's why no one wants to play them right now.
To the paint. Brown with the block.
Great positioning and timing by Brown, using his athleticism to come away with the rejection.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's Pierce. No made baskets yet. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, Parrish. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Fires the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
He's really carrying the load. But no man can do it all by himself.
George passes to Bird. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Mullen. 5 points in the game. Parrish with a rebound. Parrish has got 7 rebounds in the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor.
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Yep, that one goes. Bird's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Here's Lewis. And the layup is good off the glass. Lewis has got his third bucket of the night.
Now, that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
George for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Lewis passes to Mullen. Ball stolen. George outside. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 31.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. So both teams making some changes here. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Tipped away. Pass to Simmons. Now George for three. Second shot opportunity. Here's Bird. They hit one. Bird's got 33 points.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show.
And so it's Boston. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we take a listen in now to Tom Thibodeau on a recent huddle.
Defensively, it's too easy down there. Too easy. Keep the ball in front. Challenge shots. Long rebound. Guards.
And defense is important to Coach Thibodeau. And he's not seeing it from his squad right now.
Yeah, it's lackluster. And you know that's never going to sit well with Coach Tibbs.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. They've got Hassan Whiteside, and it's Bowen in at the two spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And also, I just love how they've been moving the ball side to side on the perimeter. Great passing, unlocking their offensive potential.
Kuzi to pass to George. Here's Bowen. All sorts of time. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Bowen's got his first points of the night.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
Here's Chamberlain. Good work there as it goes.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big time play.
And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it.
Knicks ball.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kidd. 4-3. Knocks down the long J.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Kuzi to pass to George. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. George has got 9 points here in the second half. Now a timeout called by New York. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Whiteside finds George. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Parrish. Here's Pierce. And it's off from three-point range.
No wonder he's been off the mark. He's been hanging in the background, somewhat uninvolved tonight.
Vandeweghe passes to Brand. Here's Kidd. Here's the three. Parrish with a rebound. Parrish has got 9 rebounds now. Celtics lead by 20. Here's Pierce. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have 2 choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, BA, a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
Chamberlain, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those 2 guys.
Here's Whiteside. He's good with a little jumper in close.
Well, he's a great finisher around the rim. You just can't let him get the ball that close.
To the inside, Chamberlain. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Chamberlain's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Here's Kidd. Boston with a rebound. Parrish has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Kuzi, the pass to George. Fires for 3. He buries it from 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Here's Kidd. Knocks it loose. Here's Kuzi. To the wing on the left. Here's Roy. Knocks down the 18-footer. Roy's got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Here's Kuzi. Pass to Parrish. Blocked. Here's Vandeweghe. George defending. Here's Brand. And the bucket is good. Boston leading by 21. George outside. Pass to Pierce. Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
To the middle. High arcing shot. Shot's good by Vandeweghe.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Celtics.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
And they fought hard for this win, guys. No one wants to get swept in a season series, even a short one.
Pass to Chamberlain. There's 53 seconds left in the game. The shot that time not on target. And he lobs it up to the rim. George passes to Whiteside. Shot clock at 5. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Boston foul. Paul George. First personal foul.
And he makes the first.
Foul. Shooting for New York, Kiki Vandeweghe. 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Pierce. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some in the back of the locked on wrist, see my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I chew, like a sneeze. Please for them getting cream, never let them get in between of what we started. Look, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless.